Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be providing a longer term market analysis update for Hedera Hashgraph. We've seen a huge breakout above the 20-week simple moving average, a reclaim of this level right around 5.5 cents, the previous level of support and resistance, and now we're starting to approach resistance. We're also seeing a big breakout here on the HBAR BTC ratio, so we'll talk about how this is actually coming back down to retest the previous level of resistance and look out into the next few months as potentially where HBAR could be headed. So if you guys enjoy the content, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Also, by the way, I will leave a link to my Twitter page in the description below. Feel free to go ahead and check that out as well. I'm fairly active over there with crypto content. So HBAR has had a big breakout above the 20-week simple moving average on my chart, that is the blue line. Currently that's sitting around 5.8 cents, and what's been interesting with this moving average is that during the bear market we had very strong rejections off this level. You can see that when we first lost it in November of 2021 towards that all-time high, it flipped right into resistance and we had multiple rejections off this level up until when we broke back above it right here in January. We had a big expansion back up, and as soon as we did break out above this moving average, we had about an 86% rally. So that is a big breakout because, again, this was very strong resistance during the bear market. This is the first sustainable move above this moving average since November of 2021. So that is very significant in general, and that's also in confluence with reclaiming the range lows at 5.5 cents. So we saw how that was a key level of support. It was basically a floor of support during all of these months in the later portion of 2022, and that was also previously resistance from back here in 2020. So that was a key level to be reclaimed, and again, we have seen a breakout above both of those levels. So a very bullish looking weekly chart, and we're just coming up right into resistance on this weekly chart. We have this level right around 8.6 cents. That was the previous support before the final capitulation lower, and that was flipped into resistance on this August high. So we're just right up at that level. We're currently retesting that. And given that we have already seen from the lows a move up around 150%, I think this is a natural level. We could expect some sort of pullback, a natural cool off of this rally where potentially we come back down to retest the 20-week average that is starting to slope back upwards. So for example, into the next few weeks, if we were to get a correction, we could maybe look to this as our future support. And then from there, we could start to form a higher low and then eventually break out from it a few months later. I don't think HBAR is going to be able to reclaim this on its first attempt because it is going to be a strong level of resistance. I think this is a fairly overheated rally, and in the short term, we could see some sort of correction, maybe a bull flag, something to give us a little bit more of consolidation before eventually having that second leg up higher. Certainly not guaranteed, but I think that would make this chart look a lot more bullish because typically when you have slower rallies up, they tend to be more sustainable. So definitely look to that into the next few weeks, especially if we can hold this level at the 20-week moving average as support. Again, that has been sloping back upwards for the first time since we lost it from November of 2021. So that really just gives us the idea that the momentum has shifted, and we're looking for this to start working in our favor to the upside as support. So with the HBAR BTC ratio, we saw a huge breakout from this range with the support at the range lows right around 255 Satoshis, and then the resistance at the range highs around 339 Satoshis. And that was a very tight area of consolidation. That was only around a 30% range, which for altcoin standards is fairly low. It's a lot of low volatility. And we just had this consolidation lasting for about 39 weeks or so. So this is a big breakout. We're coming back down to retest that range high on this weekly chart. So hopefully we can have this flip into support and maybe a bounce off of this, coming back up to this main target all the way up around 485 Satoshis, which was the support from back here in 2021 up until the breakout that we saw in April of 2022. And on a daily chart, you can see it's a fairly similar thing. It's much more clear here on the daily chart that we have this level that was resistance and resistance over and over and over again, and then we did get that breakout. We're currently coming back down to retest that, so if we can flip that into support, then I think this looks very, very bullish. However, going back here to the weekly chart, if we start to come back within this, then that would most likely mean that we just have a few more months of consolidation to go before an eventual and sustainable breakout. But of course, that has not happened. We're still above this level as support. We're still holding it on the weekly chart. So that is just the scenario if we continue to correct and we continue to have a move back within the range. And this is not the most likely scenario because by nature, fake outs are just less likely to happen. But I did want to throw that out there because we actually had a fake out below the range to the downside. So if we have that same thing to the upside just pay attention for that and be aware that that is a possibility. So I hope you guys enjoy the content and the analysis. By the way, make sure to check out my Twitter page. I'll leave a link to that in the description below. As always, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.